All right, so this is where we should be now. So I want you to click here. And let's talk about how to start narrowing the focus and coming up with the thesis statement. So this needs to be completed and your thesis statement uploaded to the link below by 11 a.m. on April the 2nd, just as if we were coming to class. I don't need you to submit this document, but what I do need you to do is to submit your working thesis statement. So this chart gives you an opportunity to figure out what you already know and what you don't know about certain issues. So the direction you take is really up to you, as long as what you want to write about is falling under one of these main categories: gender or gender roles, mental health, and violence. So at the end of this exercise, I want you to be able to narrow your topic to a specific problem. Okay? So think about different issues or problems that arise in relationship to gender or gender roles. Mental health, you're going to have to narrow that down. Like, what type of mental health issue are we dealing with? And violence, what type of violence are we dealing with? So, you know, if you're interested in war, for example, that's down here. But this also could encompass domestic violence, police violence, any gun control legislation, anything like that that might fall down here under violence. Mental health is the same way. You could pick a specific type of mental illness that you might be familiar with. Depression. And then narrow it down even further. Depression among teenagers. Maybe you want to deal with the issue of grief. That's a mental health issue. Or gender and gender roles. Equal pay. I don't know. Just let your imagination work. I don't want you doing any research at this point. I want you to fill out these boxes, and you can definitely use more paper if necessary, to figure out what you really are interested in writing about. So if you want to print this out and use this chart, great. If you want to make these categories on paper, that's fine. But at the end of this brainstorming process, I want you to have a specific problem that you're going to discuss. Once you are finished with that, I want you to click right here, submit thesis statement here, and this needs to be submitted, this thesis statement, by 11 a.m. on April the 2nd. I will then look at your thesis statements and give you feedback. Once you have feedback from me, then you can begin this initial draft template of the research essay. And I will talk about this in the next video. So just remember, this thesis statement is due April the 2nd. And these links will help you get to that thesis statement. Again, email me if you have any questions at all.